What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, we had a ton of questions answered this week. It was a freaking awesome week. Questions regarding this thing right here. So we got a lot to do today. We got a lot to cover. Let's roll. All right, guys, so let's talk a little bit about my car. This week, car went up to Wengerd Performance up in Paris, Tennessee. I'll have a link down in the description so you can check him out. He does a phenomenal job, done all of Ken's cars, Alex's cars, Dover's car. But we took the car up there, dropped it off. He had a lot of stuff going on, so I just had to leave it. The car did not actually go on the dyno. He was doing data logs on it, so I don't have dyno numbers. That is coming, so stay tuned for that. But here are some of the interesting things that he found when you know, I just assumed it had the old NMRA Coyote stock tune, which was, you know, obviously conservative, but you know, it was good for, you know, the cold air intake and the headers and all the other stuff that was on the car. Well, that was not the case. We're still kind of unsure what tune it was, but the knock sensors were turned off. The timing was locked out at a max of 15 degrees, which is garbage. He ended up final timing numbers about 27 degrees, so you can get an idea of that. The throttle body was locked out at max open of 81%. So again, the throttle body wasn't opening all the way. The timing was not even close to there. Again, the knock sensors were turned off, and I mean, there was a ton of things going on with the tune. It was running so dangerously lean at wide open throttle. It was just pouring fuel, because we also had the other oxygen sensor was bad. We replaced the one, if you caught the video a while back. Excuse me. But the other one was bad too. So it's been doing all kinds of dumb stuff. And, you know, and obviously I took it to the track and was, you know, less than thrilled with the numbers that it ran. So, this, you know, even though it was kind of bad news, it was good news too. You know, so I went to pick it up from Daryl, and I was like, you know, what do you think we picked up? You know, maybe 20, 25 horsepower. He said, realistically, probably 60 to 70. And which kind of blew my mind. And again, he said the MAF scaling was for the stock air box, so it was not happy at all with the JLT cold air. Okay, so basically there was a bunch of stuff working against me with the tune. He said the car was running dangerously lean, and he's, you know, kind of surprised we didn't melt a spark plug. So what we've got to do is we've got to swap out the spark plugs today, because the car is tuned, and oh my god, y'all, the difference is absolutely amazing. The power is out of this world. I'm blown away. But what we got to do, obviously, because next weekend is Ford Takeover, we got to swap the plugs, and then get that other oxygen sensor in there, and she should be good to go. Now, my front runners, my tires have been sitting here for a while, but my front runners have still not shown up. So I've still got the big heavy 18-inch wheels on the front, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know when the front runner wheels are going to be here, but you'll be the first to know, I promise. So that's what we're going to do today. We're gonna get these plugs swapped out once it cools down, and get it on the lift, get the oxygen sensor replaced. She should be ready to rock and roll. All right, guys, so we got them all out. If you look back here, this back cylinder, it is extremely tight. It is extremely tight, but you sit there and wiggle with it, cuss a little bit at it, and just kind of work at it a little bit. It will come out. Yeah, but it was close. We were sitting there wondering for a minute, because we managed to get around the clutch cable, but then the hydro boost was kind of in the way, but we had just enough. and it came out. So if your car is hydro boost equipped and a stick shift car, you're gonna be cussing a little bit back here, but all right guys, so spark plugs are back in. Again, if you've got a hydro boost back there, especially if it's 5-speed, you're gonna have some fun back there. Just take your time and work around it. If you've got air conditioning, you're gonna have a little fun with that AC line. Again, just be patient. It will come slowly but surely. But yeah, spark plugs are in. That's taken care of. Now we're gonna swap out that O2 sensor and run her down the road. She should be pretty much 100%.
Going on the passenger side.
I just don't want to touch that pipe. It shouldn't be too hot. It's been sitting a while. Other than just moving back out. Alright guys, so here's the deal. We got the oxygen sensors in there. Not that you can actually see them. But got the coilovers adjusted back. They were totally loose, didn't have a stop in them. And of course, you saw earlier we got the plugs in it. So the car theoretically is good to go. Alright y'all, new plugs. New oxygen sensor. Let's see how she does here. All right, y'all, so here's the deal. Car feels really good. Big difference. Obviously, you know, new plugs and the O2 sensor, all that made a world of difference. And car feels the way it should now. I'm getting all the power that it's making right now, which obviously is a good thing. So, with all of those done, hold on guys, I'm gonna move into the shop just a little bit and give you, so you can actually hear what I'm saying. So we got those 3 things taken care of. Those were on the list. If you watch the video about what happened the first time I took the car to the track, I said obviously it needed a tune. We did the tune. Tune turned out amazing. Obviously because the one that was in there was really bad, and so picked up quite a bit of power according to the tuner. But I will have it on the dyno so we can, you know, see exactly what kind of power it does make. Then of course we did the other oxygen sensor, so both oxygen sensors are working. Replace the plugs. What I need now, I have my front runner tires. All I need is my wheels. Those should be here very soon, hopefully. Get those on there. They're not going to make it before Ford takeover, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Also need to do the torque box reinforcements. Get the rear end a little more solid so we don't rip the body out, and start whittling that ET down, playing with the launch, playing with the tire pressure, all that stuff, you know, working with the adjusting the shocks and the struts, all that. Just try to whittle that ET down. She should be a beast, and I love it. So in the meantime, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Keep it tuned right here. We're gonna get those max ETs out. There's a lot more planned for the car, obviously, but you know, they're never finished. Thought about maybe doing the 85, maybe an 18 intake, who knows, but that's all down the road. But in the meantime, big progress. Can't wait to get it back on the track so it can actually run some respectable numbers.